Hey everybody, and happy Saturday evening. Welcome to Bible Talk from the Green Room. We're sitting out on the front porch enjoying the cool weather this evening. I want to read you a couple paragraphs out of Phil Robertson's new book, I Could Be Wrong. There's the cover of the book there. It's pretty good. It was written and released after his movie that just came out not too long ago. But I want to read right here. It says, "At the very moment I was at my weakest, I heard him say, 'Come to me and I'll give you rest.' In spite of my weary sloshing through the mire of my sin, and in spite of my increasingly heavy burden I was carrying, he called me to come to him. And do you want to know what Jesus did not say? He didn't say, 'Come to my church,' or 'Come to my organization,' 'Come to my ministry,' and said he invited me to himself. I needed the brothers and sisters in the church, but 'come to me' is a vastly different plea. I got to turn the page here. It's a different plea than 'get yourself back in church.' One calls me to a place and the other calls me to a person. Big difference. Once I finally discover that this holy and infinite God invites us to come to him personally, where there are only two ways to respond. Either we refuse his invitation or we accept it." And that's the point I want to get across here in this. I really like those couple paragraphs there. And there's a very, very, very important thing that as Christians we need to recognize here. When we constantly tell people, "Get back in church, get back in church, get back in church, you're a sinner, you're a sinner," it's a fact. We're all sinners. They probably know they need to get back in church, but they've probably been hurt by the church as well. They need to know that Jesus loves them and that Jesus desires to be in relationship with them. Instead of learning all the things that we can't do that they heard growing up as children in the church, they need to hear the stories of the four Gospels about how Jesus walked beside people and talked to them, how he went out of his way to find those who were murderers, adulteresses, whatever the situation may be. He went out of his way to go to them and to build relationships with them and to love them and to forgive them of their sins. That's what we need to be telling folks. We don't need to be telling them how they need to be in church and how they're not in church and how they need to dress a certain way to go to church. When we tell all those things, all we're showing is legalism, and we're pushing them away from the love of Christ. I love y'all. Share this with your friends. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good evening. Talk to you next time. Love you.